Why don't we jump into what was our first headline topic for the day? This was originally posted on Patently Apple. Apple has apparently been sending messages to people who have stolen phones from their Apple stores. So, I mean, Apple is kind of an obvious target for any kind of, looting behaviors because their products, they're high value, and not just high value. No. One of the coolest things about an Apple product, if you could think about it, is that it holds its value incredibly well. Like a great condition iPhone is worth maybe like that, but that's not sealed and brand new, is worth maybe like a few percent less than a brand new sealed iPhone. Maybe 5%, maybe 10. Whereas if you buy like a game controller, okay, you go buy an Xbox controller, and you go try to flip that on Craigslist or Facebook Marketplace or whatever, I guarantee you're taking a 25% hit at least.
Even if it's like perfect condition.
The
one thing to point out here is that it's not clear whether or not this was all of the devices. It might have just been the demo devices. And demo devices do tend to run special software, so it's not clear. It's probably unlikely that like your random iPhone that you have at home has this type of kill switch in it. It's probably just the demo phones, but still pretty interesting.
Several locations, including Apple stores in Minneapolis, Portland, and Phoenix, were reported to have been looted. In response, Apple has temporarily closed some of those stores. And there's a photo shared on Twitter, you guys can check it out there, that shows what is reported to be a stolen iPhone displaying this warning message. Please return to Apple Walnut Street. This device has been disabled and is being tracked. Local authorities will be alerted. Oops.
Yikes.
So, the lesson here is very simple. I'm not going to get philosophical about, stealing iPhones or whatever. But I will leave you guys with this. If you're going to steal something, you should steal something without a GPS in it. Okay, that's it. That's all. I think that's a universally applicable lesson that we can all appreciate.
I did not think that was going there at all.
not gonna get into the whole, this is. We ended up
with a car. No, modern cars have GPSs in them.
We ended up with a lot of controversy. Okay, when we had that discussion about like movie and music piracy a little while ago. So I'm not even gonna get into stealing good, stealing bad. I'm just gonna give you a free tech tip. Okay, don't steal stuff with a GPS in it. And especially stuff with a GPS in it that has a serial number that is hardware linked to the device. That's extra bad. Extra super bad. So, yep. Good job.
And can like take pictures of you while you hold it.
Yeah. That's bonus. That
also doesn't help.
Yeah, that's bonus fail. Apple hasn't made any kind of comment, so we actually don't know for sure, what the mechanism is of this kill switch or whatever the case may be. But
we do know for sure that they want that particular iPhone returned to Apple Walnut Street.
Yeah, and that also that it is being tracked. So tell me this, Luke, you're the person holding this phone.
Okay, nice.
What's your next step? Don't put yourself in their mindset. You're Luke. You're Luke Lafreniere. Or wait, I guess you got to put yourself in their mindset a little bit. Okay, so you stole a phone. Well, let's say took a phone. Okay, I'm not even going to go that far. You took a phone. Okay, maybe you thought someone needed it back or whatever. Whatever. You're holding it. You get this message. What do you do?
Well, I mean, if we're going under the context that I stole it, I'm going to do the action that I just displayed. I took it.
Mm-hmm. From the Apple Store. I'm just not using the word stole. You took it.
Okay.
I mean, the door wasn't locked anyway.
I would yeet.
You would yeet. You would toss it. You get rid of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. I think especially right now, it would be something to get rid of.
So here's a question: are you making your life more difficult?
That's now destruction of property.
Yeah, because they've been tracking you. They've probably sent pictures back. Okay, are you actually so that's
yeah? No,
remember we're talking tech tips
call.
here. We're sticking to tech tips. Tech tip standpoint.
So now
what do you do?
I'm now recovering my the phone that I yote.
Yep, that you yote. Is that the past tense of yeet?
I don't know,
because I could get into that.
I like it.
I think I support this.
and then, yeah, I think I'd take it back to the store. I guess I don't know. I lost.
Do you take
I'd
it?
Be like, oh wow, I bought this from a person.
Okay, but the store is closed.
Craigslist.
The store is presumably closed.
Leave it on the smashed counter.
Just leave it on the smashed counter.
Here you go. Yeah, I don't know. It's a weird because they're closing all the other stores. This store is probably looted and destroyed anyways. So yeah, I really don't know like what. Yeah, leave it in the broken store and someone else will take it, I guess.
That's my move for sure. 100%. Because like I actually don't know what the legal ramifications of taking something, taking it, okay, and then
putting it back,
bringing it back before you're ever actually charged.
I think you still get charged.
Okay, but okay, so forget from a legal standpoint then, from a moral standpoint, okay?
I have no idea though.
So I'm like real mad at my neighbor because they dumped their lawn clippings over my fence for the last time, okay? So I'm mad at my neighbor and I go and I take a bat and I like smash his passenger side window in his car, okay? Because I'm an angry person like that.
Okay.
I realize, oh, you know what? That wasn't a nice thing to do because he's out of town for a week, right? And it's going to rain. And that's really a lot more damage than I wanted to do. So I'm a nice guy. I realize, well, this is a simple fix. Because I conveniently have access to his car because I can unlock the door very easily now because there's a broken window. I pretend his car is mine. I have the window fixed. I put it back exactly the way it was. Did I, morally speaking, did I commit a crime?
Remember when you talked about how we got in a lot of stuff for the piracy conversation? Are we going down that line?
We're gonna have a hypothetical conversation here, Luke. This is hypothetical, okay? Does that help?
I mean, I think you're still morally wrong.
You think I'm still morally wrong?
Yeah, I mean, for one...
What about atonement, Luke?
You damaged his property.
I did.
You fixed it.
I did.
But you also temporarily stole it. You presumably drove it around or got it
I could have had it towed. I would not have driven it.
Even if you had it towed, that is some amount of increased wear on the vehicle.
That's fair.
And that is use of his property that he does not condone. And what's saying that the quality of the new window is up to par with the quality of the previous
What if
window?
it was better? What if I got him like a tinted one?
Upgrade? Yeah, so one singular tinted window.
Okay, no, forget it. It's just better. It's like it smells nice.
Better for whatever reason.
Yeah, it smells nice. It's a nice smelling window.
It's a good fragrance.
This car will never be stinky again.
I think that is the way to go about the atonement angle. I still don't think it's morally right. But I think it's redeeming, if you know what I mean.
Okay, I think here's how I think it works. I think it's still up to them to press charges or not.
Yeah.
And then I think ultimately it's going to be a sentencing issue. So let's say it was a much more severe crime that you then atoned for and like kind of wiped the slate back to fresh and no one's the wiser. And let's say it headed to a jury. I think the jury still has to convict you. But then when it's time for sentencing, that's where the leniency comes in, where they say, well, normally the sentence for this would be 6 years in prison or whatever. But like, the person you killed, you brought them back to life exactly like they were. So I guess it's fine now.
If you drove the vehicle away, I think that's like
Grand Theft, right?
Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah.
So it's really not great. You're not doing good here.
Right.
I think if I was arbiter of this situation, I think the person who broke the window would be morally wrong. But if they went and like got it fixed and there was actually an improvement and they apologized, I think if you went after them further, you're probably morally wrong.
I'd say nothing. if I did that and then I fixed it, there's no way I'd apologize.
So now they just have this nice smelling window.
Yeah.
And they don't know why.
Okay, forget about the nice smelling window. That's stupid. It's just a window.
Yeah.
It's a normal window.
I think that definitely means you're morally wrong.
Okay, yeah, morally wrong, but then morally right later. But obviously it's less right than if you hadn't done it in the first place.
Yeah.
All right, so we can move on. The moral of the story is, if your neighbor's car has GPS, okay, and a serial number, then don't take it.
Oh, man.
And especially if you do take it, make sure you bring it back with the windows repaired. Yes. Okay, is that fair to say that is the moral of this story?
Improvement.
Please don't clip this out of context, ladies and gentlemen.